and Jordan and double CW. We're also live on Instagram here. So this is the first time we're going to be doing this. It's kind of awkward setup. We're actually live on YouTube and Facebook as well. And we're going to jump right into things, I think.
Yeah.
So thanks for everybody joining us. Today is not our typical stream. We don't typically do this, but every month, the first Thursday, typically the first Thursday of every month, we do an update roundup where we talk about what we're working on, what's coming up. And today, we're going to be actually demoing a new feature that we're launching on Monday. So because this is such a change in not a change in workflow. It's sort of more of a streamlining the workflow, I would say, right, Kevin? That we want to
Yeah.
take the time to record this. We're also going to have a lot of other supplemental recordings inside of our knowledge base, and we're going to be announcing more. So I know that a lot of you are sometimes set in the way that you run things. This should make things even better. I can't see why it wouldn't make things better, but yeah. So let's go ahead and I'm going to get you to, let you share your screen here, Kevin. And it looks like we've got some people online. I'm checking here
Mhm.
on Instagram. Cool. All right. I'll let you take it
All
away.
right. Yeah. So we've got some big changes coming. Hopefully nothing too disruptive because basically what we're doing is adding new features. So all of the existing things that you're using should stay as they are. So there's no real need for you to change your workflow right away, but we do think that you'll be very excited to see these new features that we have coming. So the one note that we'd like to make about something that will change is that we are changing the nomenclature of a few things. The one that you'll notice the most is that what were called seller leads and buyer leads are now going to be called seller deals and buyer deals. So no functional changes there. We're just calling them a different name, and I think that'll make sense more when we show off this inbox feature. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Leads have now become deals. All right. So the what you will see go to your Pebble account next week is this new inbox feature. We're currently running it in beta, and this is where basically all of your contact information is going to flow into. So this is really going to be helpful for people who are doing email communications. We're also going to be supporting calls and text messages, as well as your current lead form. So if you currently have a lead form where you're taking leads in via your website, or you even have like a Ninja form set up where you're submitting information into your inbox email address, all of that information will now streamline and come into your inbox. And we really intend this inbox to be sort of your one-stop shop for handling all of your communication, basically triaging everything that's coming in and making sure that you're getting that follow-up process started.
Yep.
Anything you want to add here, Jesse, before I sort of dive
No,
into
I
things?
think, yeah, I sort of look at this as almost a catch-all where whether you're getting leads through phone calls, texts, uh, your Pat Live answering service, your web forms, emails,
Mhm.
all of this will get caught inside of your inbox. And this gives you an opportunity. Now your team now knows to be going through the inbox first and then funneling them into as a deal and being able to handle it that way. This prevents a lot of issues we've had when leads just showed up right on the deal board.
Mhm.
There, if it came from the same person, maybe your call answering service, it came from the same email. If there's potentially stacking of those deals, and it solves a lot of problems. But the big thing here, it really streamlines your communication right into one point. So really, when you're coming into work, you're checking your inbox, and your goal
Mhm.
is, oh, What's that term, Kevin? It's really to get it to zero, but I thought there's
Inbox zero.
that's
Yep.
right. There you go. It's a
So we're
real
going to be
process.
yeah, you will hear us talk about this in the coming months. We really want to think about getting to inbox zero. So that just means that you come in, whether it's your morning or your evening, your afternoon, when you come in, you know that if there are things in my inbox, those are the things that I need to look at right away.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I've dealt with them, maybe I've sent a reply to this person, maybe I've responded to a text message. As soon as I am done with it, I can get it out of my inbox so that I get that list down to zero.
Yeah.
So we'll talk real quick just about all of the items that will show up in your inbox. So, like we mentioned, um, emails will show up in your inbox as well as lead forms. So, if somebody fills out a lead form on your website, that will show up here as a what we call a thread, but basically a new item here. Now, what you can do is then immediately call or text them, and then you'll probably be adding that person to a new deal. So you can either add a new deal via if the form came in via mailer or via where they entered a mailer code. This will actually all be pre-populated for you. So all of their contact information will be here. All of the any information that we have about that deal will be in here, and you can just add it to a new deal. In this case, it's just an empty deal, but likely you'd have properties associated with that person and everything. And then you can reply to them. You can keep that conversation going. And then once that's been handled, you can simply click this close button, and now that lead is out of your inbox, and you can hop on to the next lead. It'll automatically take you to the next email in your inbox. You can do the same here. You can either remove it right now. You can add it to a new lead. You can, or sorry, a new deal. And you can move on to your next thing. So the hope there is that you can quickly sort of archive or close all of your inbox items so that you get to that inbox zero. You can also filter your items by unread. So you can, if you have unread messages, they'll show up there. And then all of your conversations will show up here in the all conversations filter. And that's just showing everything that you have available.
Now, even after you sort of, I'll try not to get too deep here, but once you sort of close these leads out, or these messages out, they now either are a deal that you're going to continue the conversation with, or it's not, right? It could be a newsletter, and that's not a deal, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if it is a deal that gets put onto your seller deal board or your buyer deal board, you can continue the conversation from there. The
Mm-hmm.
intention here is really to get this cleaned up and then move over to your deals board. And that's where, you can click into an actual deal here and then continue the
Yep.
conversation from here.
So let's just select that one that we just added. And now we have our conversations will all show up right there. So let's say that I've got a text message going with this person, I've got an email thread going with this person. Maybe they submitted my initial contact with them was that they submitted a lead form on my website. All of those conversations will stack up in here. So I can just see those right away. And then maybe I can email them from here, or I can click on any of those conversations, and I'll see all of the information about that. So the whole text message thread I've had, the whole email thread I've had, will show up right there in this conversations box here.
I want to quickly address one of the questions here. Patrick asks, I know it's sort of taking us a few steps back here, but are we able to connect our custom domain emails to this? Yes.
Custom domains email. Yes. So let's talk about that. So great question. So that's been a big thing that we've thought through is we don't want, when you email somebody, we don't want that email coming from pebblerei.com. We want that email coming from your personal land company's email address. So in my case, iscoutland.com should be the email address that that person receives. So this is actually very easy. We have a new settings page to set up your inboxes. Each one of the inboxes that you have, so you'll get an inbox for your buyers and your seller side for those existing customers. You will have a email address just like you currently have. That will all stay the same. So you can still email into that email address and it will show up as a thread on your inbox. But you can also connect your external email account. So let's go ahead and do that for this other inbox here. So I'll click the add email account. This will take us to adding the email account. Let me just add kevin@rockwood.me. That's my personal email. It's going to ask me to sign in with Gmail because this is a Gmail provided email account. So I'll click sign in with Gmail. This will then take me to the whole Gmail authentication process. Now, one thing you'll have to do is just skip over this. This message will go away shortly, but in the short term, we'll show you how to get through this. You basically just click advanced and click to this bottom link here. That will take you to here. And then you can give access. There we go. Now this inbox is connected to my email account. Now I can compose messages from my inbox, and those will be sent via my company Gmail account. So it will be the same. It will be as if you opened up your email client, wherever that is, if it's with Gmail or with Microsoft or with Yahoo, it'd be as if you opened up that email client and typed compose message from within there. That's the same process that's going to happen here when you click email from here. So it's basically totally streamlined. Everything's just going through your personal email account. So there's no problems with deliverability issues or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So to kind of reiterate the workflow here, the start point is going to be your inbox. Once you've determined and you zeroed out your inbox, it's then you move over to your deal board, your seller deal board, your buyer deal board. You can continue the conversation from there and obviously work the leads from there. Patrick asks a question here. Will you make sure to publish the format in which we need to set up our Ninja forms to pull the lead information in correctly or automatically? So, Patrick, all our new sites now use our Pebble lead forms. They don't use Ninja forms anymore. So that'll come in automatically. You can generate that. And if you got one of our older sites and you have Ninja forms, you can actually replace it with the new Pebble lead forms. On the sell side, although it is still continuing as Ninja forms for now. But on the acquisition side, you can just embed our forms now. It's pretty straightforward. If you need help with that, shoot the team an email and we can sort of walk you through. But there is a guide on that. We have a form wizard in there that'll generate, and those leads will come in automatically here. Great question, though. I know there's been so many changes, and we're not going to stop here. I mean, changes are inevitable as we continue to evolve here. So sometimes you do have to rework some of the things, but it should be to the benefit for you guys. We talked mostly about email. There will be, I'll turn off the screen share here. There will be text and phone coming up here. So we're going to sort of stagger the launch of this. There's a lot of work that Kevin and the team have been doing, and they're going to be staggering all this out. It gives us time to see and check for any bugs and understand how things are working. So on Monday, correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, on Monday, we should be able to see the new inbox. It's going to be under beta for a while as we continue to keep an eye on things with email. So you can connect your email to it. We are going to try to get our documentation up as fast as possible. And then we're going to after a period of time, we're going to be launching the text and email, text and phone for you guys to use. We're actually in the middle of testing things with that already. So I think you could see earlier that was on the screen. So we are working to get that out. So you should see these changes roll into place on Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And again, that'll be email only for now. We are looking for people to really give us feedback on this. This is sort of a beta launch. It's sort of a version alpha, version beta. So we've been testing things on our own. We've had a few beta testers helping us out with that. But we would like your feedback. So please play with it. I'm sure there will be things that you want to see or things that don't work the way you anticipate them to. We want to hear that. We want to get your feedback and we want to iterate on this as we go forward. So certainly the version that launches Monday will not be the final version.
No. And you guys know this is something we constantly are pushing. Every first Thursday we'll share with you guys what's going on. So Patrick, follow up to his last question. Yeah, I'm just creating a workaround to push from my texting platform into Pebble via the email inbox with Zapier. And this was you were asking, will you make sure to publish the format we need to set up Ninja Forms to pull in the lead information correctly? I'm not sure.
So the format will stay the same. So as long as we currently have a knowledge base article on the format. So the format, it's like name colon name, phone colon phone, email colon email.
Yeah.
As long as that format stays the same, then everything should get
That's right.
assigned correctly.
Yeah. Bridget here asks, hey, Bridget, how's it going? Can you send an attachment through email in Seller Record? For example, if I create a document in Pebble, like an offer, can I send it in an email through Pebble now?
Yes, you will be able to do that. That will not be launching on Monday. You'll be able to attach things from your computer. So basically, you download the document from Pebble, then go to your inbox and send the attachment.
Technically, yes.
That's like on our list of things to do. Hopefully next week we'll get to that, where you can actually just generate the document, go to your inbox, and send it off real quick.
Or attach it to the email. So right now, I mean, yes, you can even still through Pebble. You just need to put it on your computer and drag it back in. So it's a little bit of a workaround, Bridget. But obviously, these are things that will get addressed for sure. Cool. All right. And do we have any questions here on Instagram? No, we don't. Awesome. Good to see some of these familiar faces. Eric, Aubrey. Guys, if you have any other questions, feel free to leave it here. We will answer them if it's on the YouTube. You're watching the replay a little bit later on Facebook as well. Thanks for joining us. This will, again, be live on Monday. We will make sure we get as much information as we can by Monday. We might be a little bit behind on that. I'll just be honest. So just bear with us. And there's a lot more exciting things coming down the pipeline here as we finally have this unified inbox here. We're super excited to kind of get the other things. I know there's been a lot of talk about things like, follow-up and automated follow-up. So these are all coming up very soon here. So we'll keep you guys updated. Other than that, thanks for joining us this evening here, guys. Kevin,
thank you.
Thanks for joining us all the way from Korea in the future.
Yeah, the future's bright.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.